What's going on, everybody? TBC back with part what is this, 3 now of our toy hunt. So let's talk about our non-BAF Marvel, and we do have one wrestling figure too. Let's talk about the non-BAF figures that we picked up, just because we needed them for our collection, not because of any other reason than that. So first one here we're going to talk about is Jigsaw. So a really cool face sculpt. I mean, check that out. All kinds of detail in there. They got the painted on stitching going on, the scars. Pretty decent there. Pretty good head rotation too. If you pop that guy off, you could probably get that collar off there. That'd give you a little bit more maneuverability. Not a lot in the vertical aspect of things. Plain white tux suit, that's what you got going on there. You don't get any extra hands, so you just get the pistol grip hand on the right hand side and like the knife holding baseball bat holding hand on the other side. I want the baseball bat in the left. Probably heat that finger up and we can curl that in if we wanted to. It'd be nice to get an extra set of hands out of this. The newer Legends, they are starting to do these double pins in the knee so you can get some more bending there. I'm not a fan of the feet though. There's no toe articulation. There's like, you can see we got that clip there and then that clip there. That's it. There's not really a nice middle point for balance depending on how you're posing them, so you're pretty limited on how that goes with these newer Legends. So I do love the DC figures for their ability to have the more maneuverability there. There is some bicep rotation there, but you get all kinds of little extras with this one. So you get the baseball bat, you get the flintlock, you get a couple of these little. See, that's what I'm talking about with the feet. Like, it's so hard to balance these guys, and then once you do get them balanced, you don't want to mess with them. So a stand, a foot peg stand for these is nice. You get these little like flames. You get a couple little squirrely things here, like astral smoke projection, probably from the gun. These can go right into the end of the gun, which is nice. They have the pegs there for that, so you can kind of set this up like this. Oh, I guess those would be flash for the gun, and then these would be smoke. That would make sense. That makes the most sense. So there you got like the smoke for the gun, or you can use the flash effect or the fire effect coming out of the barrel. You do get a couple little knives there. And you get the big oversized machete as well. So you get a lot with this character. I just wish they'd give you normal, like, fist hands would be nice. So like for punching effect, I think that'd be really cool. Let's move over here to Nakia. Decent figure. We got this one on clearance. It was only like $7.50. So picked this one up on clearance, which is really nice. These are really cool. They're not see-through, but they're a lot thinner. You can see a little bit through those, which is really cool. Pretty good posability. Really tiny frame on this one. Another one that's really hard to balance, especially when you have the cape coming off the back. You almost have to do a squat. You can't really do a stand-up because you have the same issues with the feet where the pins are... there's not a lot of range in that. You kind of have like 2 spots, and that's it. There's no ankle rotation. With this one, there's no lower leg rotation or anything like that. You do have the upper thigh rotation, so that helps being able to balance, but that's about it. A lot of texture in her uniform, plus you get the abdomen area, which is really cool. But we needed that one for our Black Panther collection, and you can see we moved that foot just that little tiny bit, and now we have to try to rebalance her again. So one of those ones that's going to be a pain on the shelf unless we pick up some foot peg holders for her. So we'll probably have to do that. I'll set her off to the side for now. And then of course now that she's at a different position, now she wants to fall. So we'll just lay her down over there for now. Alright, let's see. We move on to Quasar here. He's kind of got like a Magneto mold. Is what he's got going on. He does come with 2 fists balled up and then the 2 fireballs as well. Very soft cape. Really cool. You get the astral, the stars on the bottom there. Pretty small frame build, pretty normal. Same issue with the feet. Not a lot of maneuverability there. You only got a couple locked positions. Otherwise, you got to try to finesse it right into a specific spot and then just leave it. And if you mess with it at all after that, then you have to reset it again. So a little disappointing in those aspects of it. You do get a couple extra hands. They're the old school military point and go style hands. See there, the military point. So that's what you got going on for the Quasar. Again, we didn't pick these up because they were anything special. We just picked them up because we hadn't picked them up yet and we needed them for our collection. And now he's going to be a pain. We'll leave him there. All right, let's talk about Sentry next. This one came in the box, so this doesn't have the plastic window where you can see the characters at all. All you get is the image on the front of the box. So we weren't expecting too much. But for a Marvel Legends product, this is pretty crappy. This is a pretty crappy build for a Marvel Legends product. The face has basically nothing going on there. Really cool on the hair though. I mean, it's the nice soft pliable, so you can move that around. The cape moves quite a bit. But there's just nothing to this figure as far as like any, it's essentially two colors, right? And that's all you get. There's no variation. There's no like, you have the designs here, but there's no like texture highlights or anything like that. You do have the double pins in the knee. You get the same issues with the feet. The shoulder flexibility on this is not very good. Like, we'll rotate that down. Like, we're barely getting to or horizontal to the ground with the shoulder lift there. You do get quite a bit of bicep rotation, which is nice. That helps. You do have some wrist flexibility, but again, you're limited on your placements. Like, you have straight out, you have that way. You can get it down into that range. And then you have like one spot going to the outside there. There's no forearm rotation or anything like that. A little disappointed in that figure. You do have the abdomen crunch though. But yeah, it's not the best. But you do get a couple extra heads. So here's the heads that you get. Or you do get the extra heads. So you get the flames coming off there, or it's like basically burnt off. And then you get a couple pistol grip hands. But there's nothing, you don't get anything that you would even need the grips for. So you'd be using something from another figure. So there's not a reason to have the pistol grip hands with this figure, because you're stealing from another figure to make that happen. All right, let's jump over to the CM Punk. We'd been looking for a CM Punk for a while now, and we finally found one, and this is the AEW Ultimate. I really like this, and I was a little worried because he's wearing this shirt, and we're gonna get this shirt off of him at some point in time. But he's got the mic hands. He does come with the microphone. You see, we didn't even take the little plastic rubber band off the microphone. It holds it in place. You barely even notice it's there. You get a couple of the more open grip style hands. But we were concerned about this, and I'm really happy that they did it. He's got his tattoos. And that's what I like. I like the fact that he's got his tattoos, because we can come through, we can pull the shirt off. And it's kind of cool because you can basically try to get the shirt off almost like it's a regular shirt. You don't have to go through and take the hands off of everything. The shirt stretches enough that you can get that off there pretty easily. Even over the microphone, like, you can get this off here without tearing this. Well, maybe. So, I think we can get this off of here. Little snag up right down here. Alright, we popped the hand off just so that way we didn't ruin the shirt. Don't really care about the shirt anyway. Didn't buy it for that reason. Just its AEW branding. But I was happy that they did the tattooing, so that makes this a much better figure. You have some wrist rotation there. The bicep rotation is very smooth. You can just spin that around and around and around. Double pins in the elbow. The knee pads. I mean, you can pull them down over the boot. They give you a little more flexibility there. Now, this one here actually has a decent amount of foot positions, which is really nice. It's got multiple locking positions for the foot, which is really nice. And Legends needs to implement that, so you can have more posability with the figures. But I like that you got rotation in the abdomen section as well as the flexibility. The head goes up quite a ways. I mean, check that out. We got quite a bit there. So, good amount of posing with this figure. Really happy we were able to find a CM Punk and add that. He's one of our favorite wrestlers of all time, along with Sting and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, happy to add that one. And let's talk about this last one here. We'll see if we can keep CM Punk up there. Baron Zemo with his blank WWE Championship belt. That's the only thing I really don't like about this figure. He seems to have a few more spots on the foot, which is nice. You got the little flame boots here, or the little fur boots going on here. I like the sculpting in the head. I like the highlight details that they actually painted into the figure. It gives it a little bit more definition versus it just being a color and then there's nothing else there to make it stand out. The crinkled up sleeve effect is really nice. The additional detail lines on the hand is good. I like that. I mean, these rotate, move out of the way as well. So that makes you have a little bit more flexibility there. You do get a sword and 2 more pistol grips. So you get a pistol grip, which to me makes no sense, really. I mean, it's a little bit skinnier hand than the one that came on the figure. You do get the sword hands there, but you also get 1 fist as well, so you could fist him up. But, yeah, the only thing I don't really like about this one is the championship belt. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good figure. I like this one. This was a really good build. Lots of options there. I'd like to see maybe another pin in the elbow range, but I know with these shorter figures it's a little tough to do that. But there you go, guys. That's our figures for the non-BAFs. Make sure you check out the previous video where we reviewed some of the DCs the DC characters that we got. And then also check out part 4 that'll be coming up with the Build-A-Figures. So while these guys are falling all over the place, we'll figure these guys out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you all on the next video. Bye.